2024 is young, but we already know a confirmation that geopolitical risks are going to be a major factor for the scenario of 2024. We have seen Taiwan elections. We are going to see at the end of this year US election with probably or most likely a big change of government with Donald Trump in the lead for now. We will see what's going on, what's going to happen. Many things can happen. And in the middle of all this, we are going to have European election, UK election as well. So lots of Indian elections, lots of elections are going to be that. Geopolitical risk is not only election, obviously. It's more what we have seen in Ukraine last year, with, in 2022, the war back in Europe. We have seen that these tensions between Taiwan and China that can happen. We see some tension as well between North Korea and South Korea. So many things can happen in terms of geopolitics on top of mere politique election that we are going to see in 2024. In our view, the scenario is not going to be that different in a way. It's still a scenario where GDP growth in the US should be slowing down compared to last year because the US consumption should be declining. We see a slight acceleration, but to be honest, in Europe, it's very close to not stagnation, but very slow growth environment. China, the GDP growth is definitely decelerating. And we see that inflation in this context is not reaccelerating. Commodity prices are still at bay. Look at the gas prices in Europe. TTF is below 30. It's almost back to where it was on average pre-COVID decade. So gas prices are back to normal in a way. Oil prices, despite all what is happening in the Gulf, are not going up at all, if not declining, because we see some producers from Nigeria, from Libya coming to the rescue on top of US production, which was at record high last year. So commodity prices are at bay. We see energy as a whole being quite normal. Stock of gas are at 80% full in Europe, and the winter is almost over already in a way in Europe. So clearly, the commodity factors is not going to be at play. We don't see a wage spiral inflation either. So long story short, GDP growth are landing towards a kind of new normal, and inflation numbers are behaving according to the plan. A bit of a basis effect in January, but after that it will be declining again towards the target of the different central banks. So again, in a nutshell, 2024 will be the year where central banks worldwide are going to start cutting rate, and that will be a cycle.